When I was praying this morning, a scene came to my mind from the Old Testament, and it was involving the children of Israel led by Moses. And it was that time when the Lord was finally allowing them to go into the promised land that they had been travelling to and longing for. And yet the Lord said to Moses, as I paraphrase this, that he would not enter the promised land with them because of their stiff-necked, rebellious nature. And I was reminded of what Moses said in chapter 33, verse 15. Moses replies to him, "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here." He goes on to say, "How will your enemies and how will the people know that you are pleased with us if you are not with us?" But I think at the heart of that as well is not just a dilemma, but a despair. The thought of going into the land, but the Lord not being present with them. I think it's like Moses recognizing that the land itself will never be enough if the Lord is not there. And it got me thinking about the things in my life right now that I'm longing for, my promised land things, the things that I need, whether that be, I don't know, more financial stability or health for me and my children. And there's lots of different longings and lots of different needs, and you'll have yours too. And it got me thinking, if the Lord was to give me all those things and answer all those prayers, but he would not be with me, would I still want those things? Of course not, because those things won't be enough. But it's easy for me to say that, when praying and inspired by the Holy Spirit. But when you're in the thick of things, and you feel the sting of those needs in your life, it can be very hard sometimes for your desires to match up with those words that I've just shared. But this is biblical. This is biblical. And this is the way of the biblical characters and what it is to be a Christian. It is to know that the Lord is greater than anything else that we can require of him. I think of the Apostle Paul in the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 8. He's talking about his kind of spiritual CV and all the things he's achieved in life. And he says, "What is more, I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth and knowledge of knowing Jesus Christ, my Lord, for whose sake I've lost all things. I consider them garbage that I might gain Christ." That in comparison to Christ, anything that he ever had or achieved is like garbage to him. So what are the things in your life right now that you're longing for, your promised lands? Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe you're longing to get married or have a child. Maybe it's to get a property and get onto the mortgage, onto the property ladder. Maybe it's health. It could be a list of things. But what if the Lord was to give you all those things, but he said, you will have those things, but my presence won't go with you? I'm not saying that you will never have the Lord. Let's just say you won't have that fellowship and intimacy and presence of God in this life, only in the life to come in heaven. Would you still want all those things? Or would you recognize that those things without the Lord would not be enough? Would you say, like Moses said to God, "If your presence does not go with us, then do not send us up from here"? Be blessed.